Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2, a Game of Thrones, more specifically our House Bolton Let's Play. Now when we left off last time I kind of rushed the ending of my video. I do apologise about that, things were going horribly wrong, my computer was overheating. To put it into context, it was recorded a few weeks ago and it was sort of in the middle of the heatwave we had in the UK, so my computer was just screaming at me and I thought I'd better wrap this video up quickly. But to move on from that, following on straight from where we left off, we're kind of still in a bit of a mess in the north. Everything kind of connected together nicely again, and then more wars were started, which was a bit annoying. We're currently at war with the Iron Throne to stop their slavery and stop them partaking in the slave trade, but not everyone seems to want to join in with that. There's also a few hostilities between all sorts. Hang on, are the Lannisters on their side? No, okay, it's just got a bit weird, I think. I'm not quite sure what's going on with all these wars at the moment. Oh, they're two different wars of emancipation, is that it? Yeah, okay, so the Iron Throne are trying to emancipate the Iron Isles, and so are the Westerlands at the same time, which I presume is why everything will sort of split up. Now, we are still only 11 years old, so we're still waiting for some time. We have Dallas Snow as our prisoner. I'll be merciful and put her under house arrest. I'm not quite sure why we have prisoners still. We can ransom her for 10 gold, or Gilly for 10 gold. That's not Gilly as in the actual Gilly, is it? Can't be. Don't think so. Possibly. Gilly of Craster's Keep, it might be. I've got no idea, to be honest. But we'll ransom them off if we can anyway. Yeah, he's got enough to pay us for her ransom as well. We're currently not very well up in the old gold department, so the more ransoms we can get, the better. So this is from when we went north to fight them back from taking the wall, or take the wall back either, which is now commanded by Ulwick Uller, interestingly enough. His heir is Malador Locke. So all sorts of things are going to go on. Oberyn the Red Viper has died a natural death, so Oberyn has left a lot of children in his wake, but he has died a natural death. Lots of revolts springing up at the moment. Not a lot of people happy with their rulers. Luckily, people seem to have got a bit happier with me at the moment. Vassal inheritance warning. Why would that go wrong? Go to another Glover, surely. Not quite sure why it's saying marry as you please. I'm not going to. My courtiers, I'm going to say they can marry as they please until I'm of an age where I can make that decision. I feel like that's more of a role play. I don't think they'd ask an 11-year-old or 12-year-old now to arrange a marriage for them. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why that's saying that pass out of my realm, because it's still her daughter. Very strange, I'm not quite sure. We can also press some claims on these, but I presume, again, when the wars end, they should join back up to the north. I stand head and shoulders above the other children, and why should I pretend otherwise? So we gain the proud trait. I wouldn't say we're the best character, but I said this in the last episode, I'm not too concerned with how this particular character turns out. It doesn't matter if he's not that good. My lord, I, Arthur of Winterfell, my friend Arthur Snow, son of Giora Margaret, wants to take the Black and guard the realms as a sworn brother of the Night's Watch. Well, I'm not going to stop him. If that's what he wants to do, he can do that. But yeah, as I said, this character not so important. As long as we can get an heir and hold the throne, I think that's the most important. I say the throne, I mean sort of the throne of the north. I keep calling it a throne. We are just a Lord Paramount, but you know, if we can keep on ruling in the north, that's going to be useful for us. A representative from the Iron Bank of Bravos is here, reminding me of the loan that I took. So we've still got this loan hanging over us, which is really annoying. How much do they owe? 125,000. So we need to try and save up money where we can, so we can pay that back next time. My prisoners are still complaining. All of them I'll say I'll be merciful. Again, I am a young kid. I don't really have anything that would make me be cruel to them, so I don't see much reason to. Our brother is still being trained up. He is Master of Moat Cailin. I gave some land out last time. The Karstarks are back in Carhold where they belong. Oh, how did... Aegon just died, and I think he was murdered by Brienne Gaunt. Quite sure why she decided to murder him, but fair enough. So Aegon Targaryen has been murdered. So who is now on the throne? Let's have a look. Monterys Valerian. So the Valerians are now sitting on the Iron Throne. Okay, that's a bit of a... Is that all the Targaryens then? Is that every single Targaryen has been wiped out? Is that what you're saying to me right now? Surely not. Surely there are... No, that's it. House Targaryen is dead. Dead and buried. Wow, okay. Oh, Aegon... Yeah, Oh dear. Poor Targaryens. So yeah, Aegon took the throne as a claimant, but he was then murdered, so all the Targaryens are dead. And that's it. That's the war... War? I didn't mean to say the war over, but... and now someone else has been murdered. Well, all sorts of murders are going on right now. So yeah, now Valerian sits on the throne. I don't know how long that's going to last. I don't think many people are going to be happy about that. I really don't think many people are going to want to have a rebellion leader and a Valerian on the throne. So we'll have to wait and see how that works out. Doesn't have many men either, so maybe we can think about... Because ideally at one point I do want to become independent. As Catelyn Tully dies after a period of illness, so again the Starks are slowly dying out as well. Lots of big houses suffering at the moment, not doing too well at all, which, you know, not surprising in this universe that people die out very quickly. I mean, I do still need to take these bits of land back because it's saying that I have a claim on them, but I presume they will become my vassals once again, as the Pharaohs now control High Point. What happened to the White Hills? I've got no idea. Fair enough. Roderick of Ironrath. Roderick Forrester there, of course known for the Telltale game. Lord Gregor the Good as well. We do have some quite impressive courtiers, so I feel like once we come of age we're in a strong position. We just need to wait another couple of years and we'll be able to start taking control and start working on my plans to sort of take our seat south, try and take the Trident and the Riverlands, try and take the Vale eventually as well, and have sort of a northern empire of Westeros. I can't look a stranger in the eye without blushing or looking down. We've gained the shy trait, which lowers our diplomacy. It's not very useful, not very helpful there, unfortunately. And we're not being trained by the best commander, but I feel like he's the best we've got. Leanna Bolton has joined my court. She had Walder Snow, illegitimate hunchback son, is her only heir, which is a bit annoying. It would be nice to have a few more Boltons running around. So we need a bodyguard and a commander of the north. So who's our best fighter? It looks like it's Dacey of Winterfell. And our best commander, Harwin, or I think we might go for Desmond because he is a vassal, so it'll increase his relationship with us. I'd be happy to be named a commander. So the Mandaleys actually seem to have quite a lot of land because she owns some land and he owns... he's in Seaguard, which is further down. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, we just need to wait a couple more years and then we can start to make decisions ourselves. We do need to take Ethering back from our sort of sneaky region. Is his stewardship seriously 0? But he's Hand of the King and I can't change it. That's rather silly. So is that us that can now get married? Yes, okay, so we're now 14 and so is Annette of the Reach. So that marriage can now go ahead. There we go. I'm going to ask for some money because, as I said, we need it to pay back that loan. She needs a tutor before she comes of age. We're going to find someone with good intrigue because that seems to be our highest skill apart from Marshall, but I don't really need her Marshall to be high. See if we can ransom some more prisoners for a bit more gold. Sends us 100 gold, so we can now repay that loan to the Iron Bank. So that should be all our loans done. There we go. All the loans have been sent back. We need to have an ambition. We're going to have an ambition to have a son, obviously. Try and get an heir to sit on the throne as soon as possible. It would also be ideal if she could have a legitimate son, just in case something happens to us. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. As soon as we come of age, Ethering, he is getting replaced because he has been nothing but trouble. The Lannisters want to form an alliance. Sure, why not? We can also get an alliance with the Reach. We already have one, and with the Trident. We're not going to because obviously, as I said, we want to take the Trident eventually. We do have a non-aggression pact, I think. So we'll need to break that if we want to take the Trident at some point. So as a de jure realm, it should control all the way down past Harrenhal and down near the near King's Landing. Whether we'll be able to take all that land, I'm not sure. The war here seems to be going quite well. We're 47% in favour of the Iron Throne. How is their war with the Lannisters going? Lannisters seem to be winning a lot of battles. Yes, 58% in favour of Lord Tyrrick of the Westerlands. So we just need to wait 2 more years, 1 more year until we are fully of age. And as I said, can start to make some decisions for ourselves. Hopefully our Guardian will make sure we're a good fighter. Trained fighter could have been better, but it's not too bad still. We do need someone who can knight us if we want to. We can't release these because they need to be approved by our regent, who is a rather annoying man, it's fair to say. I sneaked through the dungeons, hearing the prisoners pleading for their life and the coarse laughter from the guards. A knife lay forgotten on the floor and I brought it with me, only to realise in the daylight why it felt so sticky. So I had blood on it, which is unfortunate. Somehow that gives us the kind trait. I'm not quite sure what he said to us after that, but we have gained the kind trait, which is good. It means people like us a bit more and increases our diplomacy. So becoming a very sort of well-rounded, rather average character. She's a skilled fighter, actually, I've just realised, so that's useful. Let's see if we can ransom these prisoners again. Doesn't look like it, but we've managed to pay off all the loans, which is useful. We now just need to wait for all our wars to finish. Lord Ellard of Wayfarer's Rest was gored to death by a boar on the order of King Theon. How do you order a boar to gore? What? How does that even work? I have many questions about this. So all the wars have now finished. High Point, for some reason, still doesn't want to be our vassal. So we need to... so they've changed the Iron Throne to be an elective format. Ooh, that's interesting. So who can we nominate? Who's... At the moment, Lord Gunter of Rosby somehow has lots of votes, which I'm not quite sure how he's managed to swing that one. Lots of smaller people seem to be voting for him. So we could vote for our father-in-law. Actually, that's a good idea. Yeah, we're going to vote for our father-in-law, Lord Willis of the Reach. We're still with the standard kind of inheritance laws, but we're going to vote for Lord Paramount Willis, because then hopefully, if he takes the throne and dies, then we can maybe get a claim on it, possibly. Or we could see if we could then nominate our wife to be Lord of the Iron Throne. Wow, we're a very serious looking person. Well, that's a bit scary actually. We do have a few things we can try and claim. We could try and claim Blackwood. Not sure why we would. And Baron of Ethering has taken another bit of land from us. He's taken the Dreadfort away, so now, luckily he still has no heirs because he's an idiot, no one loves him. He does have an heir. Are you kidding me? Right, okay, he's in serious trouble when we get of age. He's going to be our first target. I'm going to try and name my wife as Hyalma when she's old enough to do it. We need another bodyguard as well. We need a master of the horse as well, so we get that sorted. Harwin can be our bodyguard. I never even checked his duel skill for some reason. Though I thought Horton to be a more reasonable man, his request to be allowed to duel Hallian Chantler, his rival, was slightly erratic. Horton claimed to be constantly subject to affronts from his rival and asked for permission. I'm going to allow the duel because why not? If they want to duel each other, that's their decision. I'm going to be kind to the prisoners, as I said, and allow them to be under house arrest. So which of our vassals likes us least? We'll give him... Desmond, Lord of Hornwood, doesn't like us. We'll make him Master of the Horse. My lord, despite you being the rightful holder, Lord Protector Monterus has chosen not to name you Warden of the region. So who's Warden of the North now? If it's not me. It's not going quite as well as I was hoping at the moment, because we're losing land to this sneaky little so-and-so. And she's pregnant again, so they're going to have 2 children. But as soon as I come of age, I am going to probably just take the land. We're going to try and kill him straight away. Are we now of age? No, not quite. We're going to find as many people as we can to join this plot. Eventually we'll start sending gifts out to get people to join. 2 people eloped, got married without anyone's consent. I'll accept the marriage. I don't feel like arresting people right now. Kind of focus on one person in particular, it's fair to say. Because I'm hoping my relationship with him is terrible. His opinion of me is great because he thinks we granted him a launching, but actually he granted it to himself. So Yeah, very sarcastic of him to then say he likes us because of it. So we are very nearly of age, 22nd of August. Over the past 10 years I've been groomed for command. I'm eager to prove myself by leading troops to glory. So let's see what we get. We're a brilliant commander and a skilled fighter. Excellent, that's a really good set of skills. We are a flanker, an inspiring leader and an organiser. So actually we're a really good commander. So if we do need to go to war with anyone, we are going to be in a good position. Our wife is a charismatic negotiator, which increases her diplomacy and intrigue. But our marshal is 19, so we're sort of shying away from the old Bolton tradition of being sneaky and full of intrigue. And more military focus. So we're very nearly, just a couple of days, and then we can make our own decisions. There we go, the regency is ended. It rankles me that my liege, Lord Paramount Monteres, has the fealty of Lord Howland Riswell when Barrowland should rightfully be sworn to me. I'll ask him if we can have that back. So now I need to pick some focuses. We're going to go for the war focus, of course, to get that marshal as high as possible. We need a... Is she now 16 as well? Okay, so she will be our designated regent and High Almoner as well. Again, that makes her like us a bit more. We need to dispatch of our old regent. We need to take him off our council as well, because he is useless beyond words. Everyone else in the council, pretty good actually. Decent council that we've got. Can we revoke the titles, or are people... our vassals won't actually object, so we're going to take... How many men does he have? He has 2,000 men, we have 16,000 men, and 5,000 of those are us, so ours even. So I'm just going to revoke the title of the Dread Fort. If he doesn't accept, we'll take it from him by force. He has rejected my request to have the Barrowlands be mine, which is rather annoying. So it's the Barrowlands that currently don't belong to us, apparently. Yeah, they're not actually belonging to us. Okay, so he's accepted that decision. We're also going to revoke Ethering because he doesn't deserve it, basically. And they're the ancestral homes of course, the Boltons. We're still going to try and assassinate him if we can, just to get him out of our way. No one seems to want to join, though, which is a bit strange. So actually we won't bother with that, because he's not going to be a problem now. He can't be our regent and cause any problems there. So we should be fine. Apparently this is now not going to belong to us either, which is a bit confusing. So where's the Stony Shore? I'm not quite sure why I keep saying that it's going to pass from our realm, because it's not. It's still going to be in our realm. Just a different person, which should be fine. High Point for some reason still isn't belonging to us. Can we offer vassalization? No. So we're going to have to claim it back, because for some reason they've decided to wander off without us. So we're just going to raise our own men. We're not going to raise these unless he can get there. But we're going to march in straight away and try and take High Point if we can. Who's going to get there first? So they're going to arrive 16th of December at the Dread Fort, 22nd of November. Okay, so we'll reach them first. So we're actually going to send these in as well. We'll still be the big army will still be the first to arrive, and then those two will join in to help the battle. He wants to name us the commander, so we will do that. We'll be commander of the Iron Throne, of course. So we have managed to beat his army, but we now just need to take High Point. And then our realm will be re-established, hopefully, I think. So we'll join all of these together, and we'll just assault the holding, just to finish this quickly, with as little bloodshed as possible. So he's now our vassal again, which is nice. Although technically he should be the vassal of... Oh no, still us. Yeah, we're still the High Lordship of the Dread Fort, so that's fine. We don't need to pass him on to anyone else. There we go. Okay, so I think the North is now reconnected, hopefully. Fingers crossed everything is back to how it should be, I think. I guess we'll find out. Still a lot of things to be done. We can't create that High Lordship yet. Okay, so next plan of action, I think, is to try and consolidate our power. Try and make sure we have an heir before we really do anything else. I'm just going to pause it for a second. So I'll talk through the plans for this series. So, oh, apparently they're not connected to us either. But that's because they're still at war, I guess. We can offer vassalization, so they should join us again. A lot of land seems to have passed to Lord Montrez, or the King Montrez, rather than us, which is a bit annoying, to be honest. But anyway, as I said, we're just going to talk through quickly about what's going to be happening. So, first focus is to try and get an heir, hopefully son of our own, that we can train up ourselves. We then need to look to try and maybe take some of these lands back that should belong to us, rather than the king. And then we're going to look southward. We're going to try and expand the north. Well, as I said in a previous video, traditionally, you know, if we look at the TV series, the Trident and the North fought together. So it would be cool to see if we could get the North and the Trident to be one big empire. It would give us 2 kingdom titles, which means we then could potentially form an empire. And we need 3 kingdom titles. So if we took the Vale as well, we could then make our own empire. So we're going to have to wait and see. But basically the plans: consolidate our power in the north, have a son that can carry on the name, and then look southwards. So now we're of age, I'm going to wrap this video up. Next time we're going to be sort of, as I said, planning out our next routes and planning out our next plan of attack. We really don't like the king apparently, so it might be an idea to get rid of him, as it were. But for now I'm going to wrap this video up. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please do feel free to leave a like. It's not compulsory, but it is always appreciated. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.